Manisha ma'am. No! She is disqualified. Okay, I don't know Heeramandi. Yeah, what the hell?
Definitely want to do another love story for at my age. Well, not that I'm that old, but definitely something different rather than rather than.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
This is true. It's difficult watching your work. Sometimes, yes, you're happy, and sometimes you're just cringing. And of course, you always want to better yourself, and that's part of your evolution.
4 takes, which took us 20 minutes to do because it was one take, but he kept the first one. That we did. So that was the first take that we did, and he retained that.
How cool is that, man?
It was insane. I can't even get over it.
It's an actor's delight to do.
Yeah.
That.
And you should have seen him after the song. Like the entire set was on their feet, standing ovation. Sanjay sir standing and clapping, and he's talking like I've never seen him talk before. I was so happy just to see him like that. This man who is so difficult to please.
There's so much noise, but it's up to me to find the music in the noise. And there's so much, you know, you can, but it's true. You can choose to see the darkness, or you can choose to find the light in the darkness. I choose to find the light.
My mom's a single mom, and I understand what it takes to be a strong woman in such a world, especially I have a brother, so bringing up 2 boys in this world alone, as a woman, you need to be very, very strong. So I completely understand, you know, a woman's fight in this world, and I used my life experience.
Hello everybody, I'm Rudrani and welcome to Zoom Speak Easy. My guests today are transporting us to a world that has history, culture, tradition and a lot of freedom struggle. It is the cast of Heeramandi, and we are so excited to be telling you all the details of the world that they have so beautifully created and been a part of. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
मुझे लगता है कि एक बहुत important theme इस entire series का ये है freedom, right? You're constantly in your dialogues talking about how this is the life that women lead. You're saying Heeramandi, but you know that it also comes to a lot of women living in the world today. Let's start with your thoughts on that.
I think that's the magic of Mr. Sanjay Leela Bhansali, who shows you something in a way that kind of really gets you thinking. His eye for detail with every emotion, every feeling, every character, every prop, every piece of jewelry, every thread of the costume. It just kind of takes you into a world, speaks about something else, but could mean a lot of other things as well. That's the world that he creates, I feel, and he does it so beautifully. And with every character, I think he's tried to address something or the other, which someone somewhere could resonate with. You never know who's being able to relate, but every character, every emotion is very, very relatable. And especially the feeling of wanting freedom. I think every man, every woman, anybody would be able to relate with something like that. So yeah. That's the beauty of Mr. Bhansali.
Yeah. Aditi, you are a part of the freedom struggle that goes in the backdrop, but also you talk about being free from the world that you're a part of and trapped in. I would like your views on this.
I think I relate to what Sona says, that it stems a lot from Sanjay sir's understanding of women and his desire to show them for the true power that they are. So he does celebrate their beauty, their femininity, their nurture, all of the aesthetic of being a woman. But way beyond that, I think he really celebrates the fire in their heart, and their resilience, their fierce loyalty, their fierce conviction, and and in each of us in our own unique ways. And since you're asking about Bipojan, I found that truly exactly what you're saying, where the grace, and I don't mean physical grace, I mean the grace of the heart, is completely married to the fire of her spirit. And it is that layering and that understanding, and that very deep understanding that makes Sanjay sir and his heroines so special and so unique and so thought-provoking.
Yeah.
And
His female characters are extremely wholesome.
Yeah.
You know, he reveals all of their complexities, and I think it comes from, you know, just knowledge of, you know, females being the givers of life. I mean, the demands on them, you know, and it's not just nurture, nature. You know, they have to literally bring up and give life.
Yeah.
And that complexity, he reveals it so beautifully. You know, just surviving that and finding their humanity.
I love how you put that. They're going to call this the 2.0, right? For you. It's not a bad thing. It's always a good thing. Right? Everything in life is evolving and changing.
Absolutely.
You come from a time where there were certain kind of films that did so well and you did them so good. You know, but still then, you know, I'm sure you had to still fight for that. कि क्या मुझे वो एक किरदार मिल सकता है जो कि थोड़ा अलग हो. You were doing comedy and they would give you string of comedies. Today, of course, the world is so different, thankfully. Tell me what you feel about that, and the fact that today, at that time, would ever somebody think that you'd play a character like this, which was very difficult, but look at the world today.
I mean, you know, one has to be grateful to platforms like Netflix. You know, they've literally, in terms of creating the long form format, have really changed how stories are told. You know, they literally, I mean, today's films, you know, whether they're miniseries or whether they have multi-seasons, I mean, they're comparable to sophisticated literature, you know, because the writers really get a chance to flush out their characters. And as a viewer, you know, you really, really get to engage with them and see their humanity in every aspect. And it's actually made it difficult for me to watch your 2-hour commercial film now. You know, it has to be really, really well written to do that. So, I mean, for an actor, of course, you know, it gives you the chance to really dig deep in this format. And of course, I mean, for me, coming back after such a long gap, you know, I mean, I was very cut off, and you know, just I've used, you know, this time to learn. The landscape is different. You know, the audiences have changed. You know, the whole style of filmmaking has changed. Film language has changed to a certain degree, and of course, I think, you know. In so many ways, it's such a blessing that you know, we've been able to, with technology, been able to move away from the confines of commercial cinema. You know, it's a great time for writers, directors, actors. You know, and we're exploring all kinds of stories. I mean, we live in you know, the largest democracy in the world, and you know, I mean, there are many stories out there, and it's so wonderful to see all these stories being told, and it's a great time.
I'm going to come back to you regarding this coming back to this world. But Sonakshi, I think post Dahar, a lot of those noises that were there before have obviously been kind of settled down. But what
noises?
Noises about, you very well know the noises. But I feel like you've really worked hard and never sort of let those, you know, debates and conversations bother you. I think Dahar was a perfect example of the fact that you can't put anybody in any box, right? But Heeramandi से मुझे लगता है कि taking it a step further, क्योंकि there wouldn't be a time where they would ever think you would play this character, whether it's deliciously evil or whether it's the way you know, so brazenly, boldly sort of own the sexuality of the character and you do the dialogue. मुझे लगता है वो एक अलग तरह का passion होता है. I've really enjoyed that. Your scenes with Manisha, there are, you know, you have such brilliant characters here. You're matching up to them in every scene, and I think it's wonderful. But I know that it also has, you know, I know will open so many doors to you, and it has to. But I know reaching here has been quite the journey.
It's been great, actually. I've always been the kind of person who just keeps my head down and does my work, really, and let it speak for itself. The noise, like you said, I actually asked you what noise, because I don't let it get to me. What's most important to me is to do good work, work with good people, learn along the way. It's always been a learning experience for me, and which I feel is what really keeps the process as exciting as it was for my first day on set. I treat every project that I do, no matter which one it is, no matter how big budget the film, no matter how small budget the film, I treat it like it's my first film. So yeah, I think that's what's kept it exciting for me, and the noise can keep happening as long as it doesn't get to me and I get to do the work that I'm doing and the good work that I'm doing. I'm very happy. Too much fun. Like this is, I mean, I was just waiting for a character like this. I was just waiting. You know why? I've always wanted to do a slightly dark, slightly negative character, because my dad started off as a villain, and it was always in my head that, you know, I really want to play like a villain and like a evil person on screen, and nobody's really picture me like that, you know. And I'm really thankful to Sanjay sir, where he thought that I could pull this off, and I was waiting for someone to see that in me, and because it gives you something so different to do, right? Like you're always either playing like the good daughter,
The
Miss Goody Two
sanskari.
Shoes, Sanskari. Yeah, but here it's like he's like, go do what you want. That's your playing field. I'm like, thanks. You know, I mean, this is something that every actor really, really craves for. Bless you. Every actor craves for. And I think it was too much fun just being Farida and just being able to explore different aspects of me, which nobody let me do before. So, yeah.
Also, the clash of her on screen with Manisha, right? That must have been really interesting, and also the unpredictability of her character.
Yeah,
Kuch bhi kar
she's
sakti hai,
volatile.
kuch bhi
She's
ho sakti hai.
crazy. She, you never know
I
what
like
she's gonna.
borderline.
Yeah, you never know what she's gonna do next. That's the beauty of it. Like, it could go from anywhere to anywhere. So I think that's the most fun about playing a character like this.
So you could go ahead and do like a little bit of improvisations and stuff because there's that unpredictable factor. Or did you, like when you were shooting, like I said, even the clashes, even the song, like were some of them like the thing that you said, you know what, I also would like to add this to it?
The song was a complete improv. We decided what to do on set. Sanjay sir decided on the day of the shoot that he doesn't want to shoot what we have rehearsed. He wants to do the song in one take. And I died that day. I think I just died. I was like, no, this cannot be happening to me. But it did happen. A lot of it was improv. Like he told me, that table is there. वो तुम जाओ अपना जो भी dance आता है तुमको जंगली वाला वो करके दिखाओ. Then he choreographed that bit with the two boys, and then with, you know, all the dancers, everyone who was in that one frame. They just made it alive.
Yeah.
That frame, that one shot was breathing, it was living, it was, and I completely forgot who I was. I was in that moment, I was Farida, and I was like, this is your one shot, one take, just go
Kill it.
for
She's a
it.
ticking bomb.
Just go for it, yeah.
You shot it
And
in what, one take?
one take,
You
yeah.
shot the
We
whole
did
thing
we did 4 takes,
4 takes.
which took us 20 minutes to do because it was one take, but he kept the first one. That
Oh,
we
yeah,
did.
right,
Yeah.
right,
So
right,
that
right.
was the first take that we did, and he retained that.
How cool
So
is that, man?
It was insane. I can't even get over it.
It's an actor's delight to do.
Yeah.
It's like
And
it's
you should have
Forever.
seen him after after the song. Like the entire set was on their feet, standing ovation. Sanjay sir standing and clapping, and he's talking like I've never seen him talk before. I was so happy just to see him like that. This man who is so difficult to please, and he was like a child. Like he got like, you know, you give a child an ice cream and he gets so happy with that innocence, with that passion. He was literally,
Yeah.
I was so happy with myself that day. I was like, wow,
That's
I've
really
just done
special.
something
So
great.
beautiful. I think I realize a lot of actors dream of you know, and people who are not here from here specifically to get this kind of a role. I think you've taken every opportunity कि आप उसमें रहते और आपने पूरा मौके का फायदा उठाया. You know, we always talk about misogynistic men, but men who are learning in the curve are the men we should appreciate as well. Nobody's born being a woke person, right? I want to know what you think of your character graph in that way, and what a big opportunity this is, and I think you've nailed it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It means a lot. No, I don't disagree with it. I believe that his education and his privilege gives him a certain stature, sure.
Ji.
But I think the backstory that I and Bhansali sir added to him, because you don't see my mom anywhere in it,
Yeah.
right? But my mom has left a very strong impact on my life. I myself, my mom's a single mom, and I understand what it takes to be a strong woman in such a world. Especially, I have a brother, so bringing up 2 boys in this world alone as a woman, you need to be very, very strong. So I completely understand, you know, a woman's fight in this world, and I used my life experiences and of course the backstory that me and Sir created to kind of push this character's mindset and his way of looking at the world and perspective, whether it be about the freedom, and he doesn't appreciate oppression, because oppression is not only for the country but also for the women, right? Where the women are looked down upon almost, they are almost judged, and the men are being hypocritic about it. You know, I feel he wants to stand up for what's right. You know, he's revolting against his whether it be his father or whether it be for the country, but it's always for the right. And Taha Shah as a character is somebody who I feel is a little too righteous at times. So, you know, I feel I can resonate at the side where he believes in love. He believes that in kindness, he believes in affection and empathy and understanding the other person. When I'm talking about the other person, I mean not only men but also the women. His character is क्या बोलते हैं उसको? He's बेखौफ. You know, जब वो बहादुर भी है, वो बेखौफ भी है, वो काबिल भी है, समझदार भी है. I feel that Tajdar is something that, you know, it brings a different shade to the Nawabs, which are generally portrayed as people who are just, you know, flamboyant and
Or bullies.
exactly, right. So Tajdar is like a fresh breath of air, and for me at this juncture of my career to actually be able to play such a character, whereas I have always been offered roles of the other side. Only somebody like Mr. Bhansali would, you know, being kind enough, and you know, he sees through you. He sees through all of us. He sees what we don't see in ourselves, or what the world has not seen in us yet. Sometimes, like you said, you know, people can stereotype us. People might have even stereotyped her, me, or anybody else. But I feel that he has broken all the stereotypes, right? He has placed Fardeen Bhai, me, Sonakshi in such different roles than we've normally been portrayed in. So, you know, it's, I mean, any amount, जितना भी आप कहो संजय सर के लिए वो कम है. बस मैं इतना कहना चाहूँगा कि I'm blessed, and I hopefully, just like Fardeen Bhai's 2.0, hopefully this is for me also the 2.0 with my second innings in this industry. And I'm just hoping for the best, and I thank my stars, I thank my mom.
I'm sure it will be. But of course, congratulations. I'm very, very happy for you otherwise. And it's wonderful. Would you also say that both professionally and personally, I feel like this is a phase in your life where throughout your life, you've always stuck by the choices and the path that you want to choose. I feel it's very difficult. Even in the career that you've chosen, you know, people give so many advices to be a certain way. I feel like you've managed to work with people that you wanted to, whether it's Mani sir, whether it's actually Mr. Bhansali in a very long time, and today. And I feel like both professional and professional, you've been able to do that. I want to know what it takes to do that, Aditi, because it's very difficult. It's not easy.
It's actually not difficult. It's just belief. It's possibly a almost naive belief, but I hold on to it, and I just believe, and I just go with the flow. Truly, that's what I do, and I possibly also have some hand on my head or some angels looking after me, including people in my own life who I possibly like. If I just feel I'm, and I believe that I believe I'm surrounded by kind people who look out for me, and I believe the universe is kind and it looks out for me. And I know I'm sounding like a real like la la la, but I believe it now. What do I do? That's
Cute.
Me, and I'm okay being that person.
What do you call
Some
yourself?
people might laugh at it, but I believe it.
Unicorns and rainbows, is that what
Yes.
you said?
But yes, there are difficulties. But like Sona said, and I so relate to that, there's so much noise. But it's up to me to find the music in the noise. And there's so much, you know, you can, but it's true. You can choose to see the darkness, or you can choose to find the light in the darkness. I choose to find the light. And I'm happy doing so.
And I'm very happy for you.
Put it so well.
She put it so well, but I'm very, very happy for you. And congratulations again. I'm going to end with you, and then one fun round I have to. You were just telling me about how this is a 2.2. I agree, and I could see the pride when you were saying it. You know, when you were doing certain roles, did you always want कि काश मुझे अब जब आप देखते हो उस चीज़ को, did you feel like it would be great if I was presented in a certain way, I could do things differently? Was there ever a moment or any films that you thought could have been done differently?
Sure, I don't think anyone is truly happy with. I mean, at least for me, this is true. It's difficult watching your work. Sometimes, yes, you're happy, and sometimes you're just cringing. And of course, you always want to better yourself, and that's part of your evolution. And of course, you know, there are certain roles that you have in mind that you think you don't automatically gravitate towards.
Which were there? Some.
Whether it's, you know, I mean, it's like for example, you know. A negative shade. It's like the way Sonakshi's been presented.
Yeah.
That, you know, I mean, that's an interesting aspect of one's personality to actually bring out. You know, it's definitely something I want to explore. Definitely want to do some more comedy. You know, definitely want to do another love story at my age. Well, not that old, but definitely something different rather than rather than.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful.
You know, more complex characters. You know, I mean, you come with more life experience. You know, you're a little more wise or a little less stupid, whichever way you want to look at it. So you want to extract from your experiences and bring that.
And also, I think you started with a little bit of discomfort with the paps and the world around you when you started to put yourself out there. But now I see that you slowly kind of made yourself comfortable. How do you find the world today? Because I know you're also a private person who wanted to be in his world and think what he's going to do. How do you feel today?
It comes with the turf, you know. I think if you're comfortable within yourself, you're comfortable. You know, I mean, of course, the pop culture is at a different level now, and you have to, you know, just find a happy medium with it to other and not allow it to, you know, become a negative factor in your life, and you just got to find your comfort zone.
Absolutely, and you're doing very fine. I just feel like you nicely, smoothly here, and we're looking forward to so much work from you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Before I go, something fun. We're all Sanjay Leela Bhansali fans here. I'm just assuming
Are we
that.
playing a game?
Oh man.
Very nice. I have a feeling both of you only. Shall we?
Let's go.
trivia?
We're all yeah, but it's
Then I'm not great.
Wait,
not trivia, not trivia, not trivia. You'll be great in this, Sonakshi. Wait, let me say it, यार. बोलने तो भरोसा रखो. हम पे भरोसा रखिए, बिब्बो जान. I'd like to say it that way. Okay, it's a Sanjay Leela Bhansali's world, and we're all just living in it. Here are some dialogues from his very popular films. If you know it, which film it is, you'll have to just do this and tell me you recognized it. Very simple.
Are you gonna pick
Ghana,
us? Are
you
gonna
could have
pick
done
us?
that.
I'm going to tell you that dialogue. No, you have to pick up your hand and tell me I know the second answer.
Okay.
जब तक दिल धड़कता है संगीत जिंदा रहता है. Okay, you said it.
खामोशी.
Absolutely. अगर तुम मुझे यूं ही देखती रही तो तुम्हें मुझसे प्यार हो जाएगा. Wow, Aditi.
हम दिल दे चुके हैं.
Absolutely.
I told you I'm very
Yeah,
bad at
no,
this. Yeah, that's
अच्छा, okay. You are fab at this.
just because you're winning.
Okay. मेरी मर्दांगी के बारे में आप गांव के किसी भी लड़की से बात कर सकती है.
क्या क्या फिर से बोलिए?
मेरी मर्दांगी के बारे में आप गांव के किस Yes.
रामलीला.
Absolutely.
I was just going to say sound like Ranveer.
पुरानी दीवारें पार नहीं की जाती है, गिरा दी जाती है.
गंगूबाई.
नहीं.
Shut it up.
बोलो
Tell me who is this? Okay, I'll give you a chance.
It's Faridan, of course.
Oh shit! See, I don't know this line.
It's a trailer.
Oh,
Okay, another one. Okay, another. It's fine. It's fine.
where can I hide?
3 and 1.
Terrible.
Okay.
Aditi is disqualified.
Both things she's doing so well. No. Okay.
But she got the Heeramandi one wrong.
Okay, sorry,
This
yeah.
one's good. This one's good. ये शाही महल है और यहाँ के खुदा हम हैं.
Manisha ma'am.
No! She is disqualified.
Okay, I don't know Heeramandi.
Yeah, what the hell? She.
So now
I refuse to sit here with her.
Taha, dialogue किसका है?
No, obviously. Netflix is going to disqualify you.
Yeah.
Okay.
क्योंकि वो हुजूर कहती है ना.
अच्छा
हुजूर
हाँ.
कहती है.
वो जिंदगी ही क्या जिसमें कोई नामुमकिन सपना ना हो.
खामोशी.
Absolutely.
Look, I have not watched Heeramandi and I have obviously not watched the trailer so much.
It's okay.
Whose fault is that?
Yeah.
Fine. The rest I got, na? Bas.
Very well done.
All right.
All of you. And anything Heeramandi related, these two.
Yeah.
I know.
And really
I will
contact
just
us.
see. It's okay.
Fardeen बोल रहे
After
हैं,
it
चल.
releases, then we'll play again.
I completely enjoyed watching and being a part of the world of Heeramandi through all of you. So thank you once again. And
Can you announce the
Thank
winner for this? This
Aditi for sure.
Twice she announced it.
And I have already said Aditi has won it. She has
Who?
this. So we know that who's the biggest Sanjay Leela Bhansali fan here. But who's a Heeramandi fan?
Yeah. There you go.
So clearly,
you lost.
Netflix is sending them hampers.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. I like how he did this. We should do this, no?
Yeah, let's do it.
Thank you.